everybody's doing good this weekend. As I mentioned in my Thursday video that I posted on Friday, I'm going to take a little ride. So got up early and we're heading, then we're going to head up to what we refer to as the peninsula. It's on the other side of the Chesapeake Bay. And take a little ride on the Colonial Parkway. So I went ahead and I wasn't going to turn the camera on this early, but I wanted to show you guys. This is the highway that I take on my Monday morning or my weekday morning rides into work, and show you the difference in traffic on a Saturday morning. It's crazy. You would think a Saturday morning, you know, people are resting in. Well, this road is the main artery going down to the Outer Banks. Big vacation spot here on the East Coast. So it's riddled. There's New Jersey. The car up there is Ohio. This one's Florida, which is really out of place. But typically it's going to be Ohio, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. Those are the license plates we'll see on this road, because Saturday is the turnover day in the Outer Banks for all the vacation runners. All right, so we're up on I-64. We are heading towards Norfolk, where we will cross what we call the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, or the HRBT. It's one of the major crossings of the Chesapeake Bay. It's a bridge and then a tunnel, so the ships can get out of the Norfolk Harbor when they're heading out to sea. So we're going to take a ride up to the Colonial Parkway, and just a little bit of talking, maybe a lot of talking. I don't know, man. I have no clue what I'm going to do half the time when I sit down and start doing this. But we're going to go up check out the Colonial Parkway. I'm on 64 now. Got my feet up on the highway pegs. The crew's set, and hopefully the wind, I don't think it's too bad. I think I've done some high-speed recording before. But one of the interesting things we're going to go by, we're going to pass by the Norfolk Naval Base. And again, I left early this morning because I've lived here for years. I know the traffic patterns. Believe it or not, Saturday morning can get a little busy here. The reason being is because of the naval base. Norfolk is the world's largest naval base, and if you're not familiar with how the Navy operates, you know, sailors are assigned to a ship, that's their duty station. While it's in home port, it's basically their office. So that's where they go to work each day, and they do maintenance on their equipment and train and whatnot. So they have to go there every day, just like you go to your office or to your work site every day. The thing that's a little different is sailors in the Navy, we have what we call a duty section, and that's what would be going to the ship on a Saturday morning. It's a certain percentage of the crew, and they have to be on board for 24 hours for emergencies. So on Saturday, there's a duty section turnover. So depending on the size of the ship, this could happen every 3 to 5 days, depending on the number of crew, that you have to stay on board the ship for a 24-hour period. It's not too bad, you know, you've got, you know, your little space on the ship, you know, your little rack and your locker with all your stuff. So, you know, you'll have to just stand like a security watch and make sure things are going straight, you know, or, you know, watch over your equipment if that's what you do for that 24-hour period, because there's a lot of moving parts on that ship, even sitting pierside, and a lot of hidden dangers. One of the biggest dangers for a sailor on a ship is fire. We have to have enough people on board to fight a fire if something breaks out. So that's something we have to be very mindful of, and you know, every sailor is a trained firefighter. It's one of our basic traits. Just like a soldier is a soldier first, a sailor is a firefighter first. We have to be able to recognize what's going on, and if we're the first ones there, start doing the necessary task to get the fire under control while the rest of the team suits up whatever they need to do to engage that fire. So just a little Navy tidbit for you there. So we're going to scoot by the naval base. Traffic is picking up. So going back to what I was just talking about in regards to the duty sections on ships, it made me think of a story, and as I'm just riding along this interstate, I figured I'd tell you. So, you know, I mentioned, you know, sailors are on ships for a 24-hour period every, you know, 3 to 5 days, whatever, depending on the size of their crew. The reason being, and you know, it goes back to something that happened really, it seems, you know, like yesterday, but it was a good time ago, September 11th. On September 11th, I was stationed on board a guided missile destroyer here out of Norfolk, and we were just in port for upkeep. We didn't have any major underway periods scheduled, so just doing some upkeep and stuff like that. And after, I think it was the second plane hit, and everybody figured out what was going on, my ship was underway within 12 hours off the coast, protecting the east coast of the United States, which, I see people all the time, and you see t-shirts and slogans saying, "We will never forget." Sometimes I feel like we have, and for me personally, I will never forget. I don't know if I can describe this, but the feeling of getting up on a morning, kissing your wife goodbye, your pregnant wife goodbye at that. She was pregnant with my youngest son. And your oldest son goodbye, heading off to the ship just for another day at work. And then the next thing you know, you're sneaking outside to jump on your cell phone to call your wife, who's hysterical because what's going on and what's going to be showing on TV, and tell her, "I've got to go. I don't know when I'm going to be back." Not knowing what's going to happen here, was that the last attack? Is there going to be other attacks? But having to go and do your job. And the chilling part of it, that was chilling, but the chilling part of it was I have to sit there off the coast of the United States and do what I have done in foreign waters was just crazy. To look at that radar and do what I did, overseas off my own coast. Never thought in a million years I'd be doing that. So the point I'm trying to make is when people say, "I'll never forget," I truly will never forget. I will never forget that day. We were attacked on our own soil. But anyway, just a story I wanted to share with you guys. We're getting ready to come up here on the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel, so I'll flip the camera around, see if I can get a view of the naval station and the tunnel. This is the Hampton Roads Bridge Tunnel. This area over here is known as Willoughby Spit. That was actually formed by a hurricane, a little strip of land, little houses and stuff on it. But the naval base is right over there. That's Norfolk Naval Base. It is the world's largest naval base. It's across the water over there. I'm so excited, and I hope this comes out in the camera that you guys can see that destroyer. Because they're getting ready to cross over the tunnel that we're getting ready to go under, or go through. That little tower right there, that's an old Civil War fort when they would protect the Chesapeake Bay. Whoa. Yeah, stopping in a tunnel is not good for a dude with anxiety, with a big ship on top of it. Make the pipes go in the tunnel. So we are underneath the Chesapeake Bay. Aircraft carriers go over top of this thing. Is that not crazy? Fortman Rose over that way, and we're heading into Hampton, Virginia. All right, just had me a sausage, egg, and cheese burrito from the Wawa, and getting up on the Colonial Parkway, off all those congested roads, and we'll take a little ride. So this way, I think, takes me down to Yorktown. So we'll circle down here so we can get a complete view of the historical triangle. So the historical triangle, it makes up, you have Yorktown, Jamestown, and Williamsburg. Hopefully you know about Yorktown and Jamestown. Williamsburg was the capital of Virginia for a while. And you can go to Colonial Williamsburg and experience, you know, life as it was back in the colonial days. Historic Yorktown. the Colonial Parkway enjoying my ride. I'll probably clip in some other video, I don't know. But with that said, I appreciate you guys coming along with me on this beautiful Saturday morning. I really hope you guys got out and ride your bikes this week. And with that said, you guys be careful. You guys be safe. Keep that shiny side up. And we'll talk to you next time.